All right, guys. Today I am in the La Habra office, actually the admin office, and I'm really, really excited. It's Sunday today, but I'm really pumped up. Behind me, as you can maybe see, we have Esme, and Esme's first day is today. She's actually joined the team as a full-time lab tech, and this is something that we've been talking about for a while, and I'm really, really excited about it. And she's already gotten to work, and I love it. It's great. She's kind of getting things situated and squared away, and I'm really, really excited. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the lab function. Again, it's something we've been thinking about, talking about, wanting to do for quite a while, but haven't found the right person, and we have now. So I want to just kind of walk you through what we're going to be doing with this over the next couple of months, and where we're going to be taking it to. First off, obviously you can see she's here in the La Habra office right now. She'll be here full time, working solely on the lab function. She's been working in the lab industry, actually at a dental lab for the last 20 years or so, and Crown and Bridge mainly, just doing everything soup to nuts Crown and Bridge. So she is really, really, really a strong resource in those areas, and we'll be looking forward to seeing her Crown and Bridge work from that. So she's getting things set up here in La Habra. The other good thing too is, today we have a kind of a mishmash of equipment. And so we're going to use that equipment to begin with and get things going on that. And then as we begin to expand this lab function, we're actually going to look to get some lab machines. These will be the identical machines that are actually used in the dental labs, and we will have our own internal to our company, our own dental lab. So one of the things that's pretty exciting, at least for those of you that have had to work on these machines, is when that mysterious red light comes on, well, now we have somebody whose job it is to go in and figure it out and fix it. When figuring out which block and which burrs and all that kind of fun stuff, all these things, she's the one that does that. And the other thing that's really, really good about having somebody with a dental lab background is, when we look just for example at different types of blocks, there are an untold number of colors, shades, types. I mean, there's different types of blocks, right? So today we're very rudimentary in what we do with our lab work. It's like one type, a couple types of blocks, a couple different colors, two different shades, and that's basically it. And this opens up a huge world of what we're able to do. We have all the staining and glazing equipment, everything ready to go for her to begin doing the work the way we would want it done. We also have the zirconia blocks, which I'm excited about. And the zirconia blocks, one of the really cool things about the zirconia block is they get huge, right? That's a full arch zirconia block. So you can actually do a full arch bridge right out of one of these machines right here. So, and all the way down to, we have the small blocks, just the regular size zirconia blocks. So we can now do zirconia in-house, which is super exciting. We have Emax, which is one of the main ones that we use. A little bit more aesthetic, a little weaker, right? So a lot of the posteriors, we want to use zirconia. And then we have things like Empress and others, so some of the lava crowns, things like that we can use for some more of the more aesthetic cases that we need to do. So Esme is going to she's in charge of all this. It's fantastic. Really looking forward to seeing the work that she does. And want to walk over one other thing. Right now, it's mainly going to be La Habra and Orange that are able to utilize her services in the lab. But what we're getting set up, actually, we have the computer set up right here, is that this computer setup actually came from a lab that accepted cases from a lot of other dental offices. And so we have the software and everything else, and we're getting it updated and set up for our use so that all of our dental offices will be able to electronically send files over to us here, to Esme here, and she'll be able to mill your crown and bridge and be able to send it back. So just like your traditional dental lab. Oh, and the other thing we're going to get is we're going to get her a scanner. So if you take an impression, you send it to her, she can pour it up, scan the model, and then be able to mill it. So just like you would send it out to, say, Glidewell or one of the other labs, exactly the same process. You'd send it here, either electronically or the impression, and we'll be able to take care of everything here, send the cases right back to you. Last thing I want to show you over here, we do have the sintering oven. So this is, the other oven that she was working at before. That's only for Emax. It's kind of a very light oven. It doesn't really get very hot. This sucker right here, this massive thing, this gets really, really hot. This is the sintering oven. This is what you need for zirconia. This is how we make bridges, crown or bridges in zirconia. So we're now able to do pretty much crown and bridge wise, all ceramic. We're able to do pretty much soup to nuts everything. We can do inlays, we can do onlays, we can do veneers, we can do super aesthetic cases. We can do bridges, 3 unit, 4 unit, 5 unit, 6 unit, whatever you need, we can do that. Implant crowns, we can do all of those things in-house. So we're going to be redesigning the lab slip. So you're going to see a redesigned lab slip because we're able to do so much more now. So you'll see those coming into the offices shortly. And then again, you're going to start to see new equipment being rolled out into the offices so that all offices eventually will be able to take a digital impression and be able to send that over to us to save the time of having to mail the impression. And we're going to just continue growing this lab function. At some point, we're actually going to take it out of this building here in La Habra, and we'll have our own separate laboratory area with multiple lab techs in it to be able to handle pretty much everything. Once we get Crown and Bridge down and we're happy with it, we're actually going to be venturing into dentures, which is going to be super exciting. Full and partial dentures. So we'll be able to do in-lab relines and things like that same day as needed. The other thing that Esme is going to be able to do is she is going to be working for making the night guards, so hard soft night guards, and the sports guards. So we have the machines here, and we're going to have those things set up and ready to roll. So she'll be able to take care of all of those services for you, just like an outside lab would. I mean, she worked at an outside lab for 20 years. And so we are really, really, really excited about having this function in-house, and hope you guys are excited about it as well.